All right, ma'am, are you Devin Atkins? And Ms. Atkins is on probation for the third-degree felony offense of injury to an elderly person. That's started at May 23rd of 2022. There was a motion to adjudicate probation filed. She entered pleas of true to counts 4 and 5. Does the state have testimony with regard to counts 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, if the court would like.
Yep, I think I would.
Young man Cole, Ms. Shakita Cole.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Ms. Cole. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Ms. Cole, would you please state your full name for the record?
Shakita Cole.
How are you employed?
I'm employed at Jackson County Adult Probation.
And as an adult probation officer, is it your responsibility to supervise an individual on this court's probation by the name of Devin Atkins?
Yes,
Do you see Ms. Atkins in the courtroom here today?
yes.
Can you point to her and identify her?
Right here in the blue jumpsuit.
Your may the record reflect Ms. Cole has identified your probationer Devin Atkins.
Record will so reflect.
And Ms.
Printing.
Cole, as with every probationer, when they are placed on the court's probation, are they given the rules and restrictions placed upon them and what they are supposed to do to follow the court order?
Yes,
And each one of those in detail is gone over with them so that they understand everything that they're required to do, correct?
yes,
Was Ms. Atkins so advised
yes.
at her intake?
She was advised at her intake and at a TTM at the Milton Center in person.
Okay, and describe for the court what a TTM is.
A treatment team meeting.
Okay, so in your opinion, Ms. Cole, as her probation officer, was Ms. Atkins fully apprised and aware of what she was required to do on probation?
Yes,
And were in fact a majority of those things intended to help her?
yes,
Was she advised that she was to report to the Community Supervision Department when directed by yourself in the court?
yes,
And did Ms. Atkins, based on your review of the file, fail to do that on multiple dates, including but most likely not limited to November 4th of 2024, November 19th of 24, and, and was that in violation of her probation order?
yes,
Did you address that with her and inform her, it is important to report, if you have something come up, you need to let me know?
yes.
And did she do that?
No.
Was Ms. Atkins, as a condition of said probation, ordered to perform community supervision hours?
Yes,
And and to report those to you?
yes.
Obviously, if you do not know that she has completed them, even if she has, is that a violation of her probation?
Yes,
To your knowledge, based on your review of her file and your supervision of her, did she either complete the hours or immediately report to you? Sorry, I'm reading that one.
Mhm.
No wonder everyone's looking at me.
I was about to say- I know, I was about to,
Community service. Well, that is in fact a condition of probation, right? Is it also a condition of probation that she is to report to you as her address and so that you know where she is at all times?
yes,
And if she does not do that, is it impossible for you to locate her?
that is
And
correct.
did she in fact immediately report to you her current address?
No, she did not.
Anything else? I know you and I have had a lengthy discussion about her that you feel would be appropriate for the court to know in conjunction with your testimony and your updated PSI.
The main thing is her mental health. She refuses to address that. We've made appointments for her with Spinal Tap and she didn't attend the appointments. She's 100% when she was out unmedicated. So that kind of interfered with her completing her services. And she maintained contact with the victim in the case. So
Okay.
that part, her grandmother was trying to be there for her because of the mental health difficulties. And that's the main thing that we were trying to get her to address.
Okay.
Can I address anything?
In a minute. Mr. Lewis, do you have any questions? Hold on, ma'am. You're going to get an opportunity, okay? Mr. Lewis, do you have any questions of Ms. Cole?
Just briefly, during your supervision of Ms. Atkins, was you able to supervise her at points when she was on her medication and not on her medication?
The entire time she has not been on her medication.
So she's been unmedicated this entire time?
Yes, sir.
Your supervision? Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing else.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Cole. Any other witnesses with regard to the allegations? Based on the testimony,
Unless I may ask, Ms. Cole, Judge,
Yeah.
and you stated that earlier, Ms. Evelyn Thibodeau, I believe that is her grandmother, correct?
Yeah, respectfully.
hold on, ma'am.
at some point in time in November of 2024, was Ms. Atkins violating the condition the court had imposed that she not to have contact with Ms. Thibodeau for Ms. Thibodeau's safety?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any questions about that? About
No.
the count, that's count 8 with the
Right.
contact? Okay. Then, at this time, based on the testimony, I am going to find count 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 true. Again, there were pleas of true to counts 4 and 5 previously. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, ma'am, Judge.
Any additions or corrections to that report?
No, from the defense, Judge.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor, unless Ms. Cole has something to add.
Do you have anything to add that's not already in your report?
No.
So the main thing I want to make sure, Ms. Cole, I have a notation here to ask is, you guys were aware of mental health issues and had opportunities for Ms. Atkins to participate in mental health services. Is that correct?
I made the appointments myself for her.
Okay. All right. Argument, Mr. Lewis?
Well, Judge, I think definitely from the updated PSI we have, as well as I think there was some issues from the jail. If you look at those issues and activity, I think that goes directly to her mental health state. Unfortunately, she has not been on a mental health caseload. I think that definitely would benefit her, as well as, being able to take advantage of any services that spinal tap MHMR may have, or any programs that probation deems appropriate for her. I have had conversations with her, and many meaningful conversations with her, where she has addressed to me her desire to take advantage of those activities if those available to me. She did understand that she had the Safe P opportunity that didn't go well, but I don't think the mental health issues were addressed, mainly just substance abuse at that point. I think if we can get a handle on that, or get some work done with her to address the mental health issues, I think she'll do a lot better in this situation and be able to complete this
I
assessment.
mean, it's hard when
Hold on.
someone's not taking patients.
Well, it sounds like you had appointments that you missed that Ms. Cole made for you. What, did she go to regular Safe P or special? Hold on.
Special needs.
So she's already been to special needs
Okay.
Safe P. So that was a whole 6 months plus aftercare of drug and mental health help. So Ms. Atkins, the problem is you're being given all the opportunities.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know if I told you, I had an appointment in Port Arthur because I cannot get into Bowman. They're not taking new patients.
So you had an appointment that Ms. Cole set for you, at least one, how many?
Yeah, but it's not for medicine. It's for psycho. I'm not a psycho. I don't have those problems. I mean, some people do that. No.
Well, you obviously we don't know what you need because you won't even go do the evaluation. That it sounds like you haven't been on medication that would be, what?
Evaluation where?
At Spinaltop.
That's what I'm telling you. That's not, I don't have that. I'm not a psychopath. That is for.
It's psychopath. Nobody's saying you're a psychopath, but you
That's what
have.
it's called past program. I'm not a psychopath. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what it's called, and that's not the reason it's called that. Okay, if you had gone to your appointment and talked to them, then you would know what that was for, and you would know that it was meant to help you so that you could get on medication, stabilize, and not have the issues that you've been having. I'm going to find that you previously entered your. I'm sorry, Ms. Malfino. Did you have anything to add?
No, Judge, I think that from my conversation with Ms. Cole, she's been gracious enough to offer to continue to work with her because I think she clearly sees the mental health issues. But as you can see, what Ms. Cole has been having to deal with is how the court has had to deal with Ms. Atkins today, and it's been kind of just a runaround circle.
Well, and in addition, I am going to find judicial notice of the court's file. Ms. Atkins was evaluated for competency to stand trial not that long ago. I think it was in January of this year. And I have that report. And the finding is that Ms. Atkins is competent, understands the nature of the proceedings, and is then just really making a choice not to follow through with what programs have been given to you, Ms. Atkins, to try to help you. So at this time, any recommendation as far as,
I have one more and be safe.
okay?
She is not giving me the information needed to follow up with those type of things.
Okay, well, I don't
She doesn't
believe
have
you.
them.
I don't believe you.
You don't
Ms.
believe-
Cole would never say, go do something and not tell you where to go or help you get there.
No, she says she does not have a list of the community service.
I'm not worried about your community service. I'm worried about your mental health and the fact that you're not doing what you need to, and you're still contacting the victim, and it's a serious case. And so I got to protect society, unfortunately, because you're not choosing to do the things
I was
that,
gonna die, so I really didn't have much of a choice.
Okay.
It's my life in jeopardy.
I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 4 and 5 freely and voluntarily. Again, I'm finding counts 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8 true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty. Don't talk
I would
over.
like to look up.
I'm about to sentence you to prison, and how you keep talking over me is about to start adding years onto that. Stop talking. It's just going to get worse. Do you understand? Okay. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, I'm finding you guilty of injury to an elderly individual. Sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. No.
I'm telling you, like, she thought, like, I could not get up there.
I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows
I would like to speak to a detective.
this was not an agreement, and so you waived your right to appeal. I need you to sign that with
I gave you
her.
hospital papers. I gave her everything.
I'm also
I had
handed
a
you,
doctor's appointment and everything. That's what I'm
I've got
telling
5
you.
more years that I could add on to that.
Oh, man.
I can give you up to 10.
Have 'em.
You need to stop talking so I can finish what I need to do, okay?
I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. That's what I'm telling you. I did not have a choice. I went to the hospital and everything.
I'm handing you a
3
written
times.
admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered
I
against,
don't have a gun.
I'm not, just listen to what I'm saying. If you'll listen for a minute, you'll understand. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition.
I don't have a gun, man.
Good, then you
You're talking
don't-
to the wrong person. I'm Devin Atkins. I don't have a gun.
I'm required to
I'm
read that
telling
to
you, I don't
everyone.
know what you're talking about. I don't have a gun.
Good, then you don't have to worry about that. Go back with the bailiff.
Thank you.
Good morning, you're Antoine Dill.
Yes, I am.
And Mr. Dill, you were previously in court and entered pleas of true to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. On probation for the second-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation, placed on probation. I think the dates in this updated report are, must be wrong. It says on May 8th, 2025, he met with the high needs officer for the initial visit. Should that be May 2024?
Yes.
Okay, all right, just want to make sure. So placed on probation back in April of 2024 for that offense. The allegations, failure to report, failure to work, testing positive, that didn't do that prevention class, behind in fees, and behind in restitution. There was no agreement, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Mr., and I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Madam Judge.
Any additions or corrections to that report?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
I can say other than Ms. Court has any addition.
Okay.
I would like to hear talk.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis.
Judge, this situation from talking with my client as well as some members of his family is definitely one that his substance abuse issue is something that he definitely needs to address. He's willing to, he understands that that's, definitely been in his way as far as definitely trying to complete this probation successfully. I would also like to add to that after speaking with him and with some of his family members that I don't believe he was on any type of mental health or any type of conditions dealing with his probation.
He was
I know it's
high needs.
Because from talking with him, there's definitely some things that he has gone through in his past that I think affect him and are triggers for him. And I believe that, if he's able to get that type of help, to help with that, I think that would definitely help with the substance abuse issue. I believe there are vehicles available through community supervision that can address that. He's more than willing to accept that help at this point, understands he needs it. I know it looks like the recommendation in the updated PSI from probation is for ISF. It's something that they would recommend. He's more than willing to comply with that and try to work with that as much as possible. If there is anything that's available that has some type of aftercare or anything, he's more than willing to do that as well. Especially, like I was saying, as far as, any treatment he can get as far as, that would definitely help with some of the traumatic things he's gone through in his past. I think that would definitely help with the substance abuse issue, going forward for him, Judge.
Okay, and the recommendation isn't necessarily ISF, it's if I were to continue, but the recommendation sounds like they've exhausted all efforts that, anyway, Ms. Smolfino?
Judge, I certainly respect all the efforts that Ms. Core has put into this defendant, and I don't ever like to overstep what the recommendation of the probation department is with respect to trying to help a probationer, but my read of it is that it's probably time for revocation, but I certainly would defer to what you all.
Well, it sounds like that's the recommendation of probation as well, really. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, sure, go ahead.
Please speak. I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I really have. But I beg you, Your Honor, please give me another chance.
But you begged me when you were here before.
Yes, ma'am. And I got out, and the second day I was back on the streets. I did not have a plan for my life outside of just getting free. I met with the ASAP team, and they really gave me a lot of inspiration, a lot of hope so that I can change my life. Granted, Ms. Cord has done an amazing job as my supervisor, and I apologize to her profusely, but I am not someone who wants to waste away in a jail cell.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Dill. When I looked back at your original pre-sentence report,
yes, ma'am.
There wasn't an agreement in that case. It was a cap. And the reason for that cap is because you already have felony criminal history.
Yes, ma'am.
You've already had 2 felony probations that were both revoked.
Yes.
And then I gave you probation again because you stood there and did just what you're doing right now. You saying the words.
Please.
You need to stop because it's not going to get any better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
By what you can say. I appreciate that you probably would like to do what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
But you've been given every opportunity. Probation's worked with you. Again, those felony probation revocations, one was in 19, one was in 2021. It's not like they were a long time ago. You've been given every opportunity on probations now 3 times. 3 times. And she worked with, when I'm reading through this pre-sentence report, Ms. Core tried to contact you. She tried to reschedule.
I was just texting her. I was homeless. I have been homeless a lot of my life.
But that's what probation's for, is to help you. You have to go to probation. You can't keep using those things as an excuse.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. Going to sentence you to a term of 5 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. I need you to sign that with Mr. Lewis. It shows that this was not an agreement, so you do have some limited rights to appeal. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read that written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand this isn't what you want. Take advantage of it. And when you get out, take advantage of opportunities in the community because there are some that can help you. All right? You can go back with
Say one last thing to you, Judge. I will change my life.
I hope so. For you.
For me.
Yeah, I hope so. I really, truly do. All right. Sign that document, please, sir. Good morning, sir. Are you Esker Boykin?
Yes, ma'am.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Your Honor.
Mr. Boykin, in cause number 25 DCCR 0351, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class A misdemeanor assault from March 5th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
No contest.
Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed those documents on the computer, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
It's that paper computer we went over.
Yeah.
And do you understand what you signed with him?
Not all like clear set in my mind, but
Okay. Well, do you understand that if I follow this agreement that you've made, which is for a 2-year deferred probation, that you wouldn't be able to change your mind later?
yeah.
Okay. And you understand that the agreement that you've
What
reached.
is probation? It's
So-
the first time
It's flex.
criminal, nice as a criminal.
So,
Locked up as a criminal.
All right.
It's affected this.
right, I understand, Mr. Parker.
As I know, I was in jail and I blacked out. Then the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital.
Okay,
I go to Spindle Top now.
I understand. I need to make sure.
I've explained to him, Judge, that the required probation, he'd have to report once a month. He has some fines and fees that we go with that. There's no fine. There's just the court cost.
Probation is where you have a supervision officer that makes sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Community.
What?
Not get in trouble.
In trouble for what?
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset the case, Mr. Boykin. I'm going to have a doctor come visit with you to make sure you understand everything that's going on before we go forward, okay? So when they come out to the jail or visit with you online, you need to make sure and visit with them, answer all their questions.
Sit in jail?
Yes, sir. I got to make sure.
Jesus Christ, no.
I got to make sure you understand everything
No,
that's going
my
on.
first time blacking out like that. I was in jail and I
Okay.
didn't get fed. I was naked
Okay,
and I blacked out.
we're going to go back with the
That's my
bailiff.
first time I was doing anything like this.
We're going to make sure you can go back with the bailiff. Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah. I do have.
I'm going to delete that paperwork.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because you can talk to him and they'll be fine, and then he
I know.
does that, and then I'm like, look, he wants to go and like, look, I explained.
I know, I'm sure. All right, are you Victoria Bailey?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Bailey is 25 DCCR 0170 charged with assault on a public servant. And in 25 DCCR 0278 charged with assault of hospital personnel. And Ms. Bailey was evaluated for competency to stand trial by Dr. Gapon. I received that report dated April 22nd of 2025. Dr. Gapon makes the finding in each of these cases that Ms. Bailey is currently not competent to stand trial and that inpatient treatment for competency restoration is warranted. Is there any other evidence with regard to competency, Mr. Parker?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Nichols?
No, Your Honor.
Then at this time, based on that report, I am going to find Ms. Bailey not competent to stand trial, order that inpatient treatment for competency restoration be provided at the appropriate facility, and that at that facility for a period of not to exceed 120 days from the date Ms. Bailey gets there, and we will await to hear if she has been restored at the end of that 120 days. You can go back with the bailiff, ma'am.
120 days?
Well, they're going to send you to a hospital to get you some help to make sure you understand everything better. And so cooperate with everything they want you to do, and we'll get you back here and get your cases taken care of, okay?
So I'm going to the hospital, then back to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
120 days at the hospital?
Well, it depends if you do what they say at the hospital and follow all the instructions, medication, whatever it is, so that you have a better understanding of everything that's going on. Okay?
I don't need medicine to understand.
You can go back with the bailiff.
I don't get it. Why y'all taking me to the hospital, then back to jail? What does that mean?
Four people, four completely different situations, but one courtroom, one judge, and the same hard truth running through every single case. Antoine Dill had already been given probation twice before, both revoked, then a third chance, and he still couldn't report, couldn't stay clean, couldn't follow the simplest rules. 5 years. Done. The judge even said, "I hope you change." But hope only goes so far when your actions say something different every single time. Escar boy and confused, scared, clearly not understanding what was happening. The judge didn't rush it. She stopped everything and ordered a doctor. That's the system actually working the way it should. Victoria Bailey, found not competent to stand trial, not punished, sent to get help first. Because you can't hold someone accountable for something they don't even understand. And that's the reality of these courtrooms. It's not always clean. It's not always fair. But it's real. And every single person who walks through those doors carries a story that doesn't fit neatly into a headline. Subscribe for more real cases every week.